What is going on, guys? I hope everyone's doing well. I'm Crazy Pickle, and finally we are going to take a look at the last new class that has been released not long ago, and it's a bounty hunter. As usual, we're going to look at every ability, class symbols, weapons. Alright guys, let's get started. Targeted attack. Deals X amount of damage to the enemy, restores 8 points of energy. Critical hits have a 12% chance to reset the cooldown of dirty work, and using the ability will stun the target for 4 seconds. If the target cannot be stunned, 2 ammo units will be spawned next to them, and the bounty hunter can pick them up. There are 2 types of ammo, rounds and energy cells. Certain abilities of the bounty hunter can be improved using a specific ammo type. Blind fire deals X amount of damage to the enemies in a large area in front of the bounty hunter. The smaller the distance to the target, the more damage they take, up to a 50% bonus. Headhunter, a series of 4 shots, each dealing X amount of damage and restoring 12 points of energy. The bounty hunter can use it while moving, but it will slow them down by 70%. The 4th shot will trigger the companion's attack and apply bounty to the target, increasing the damage of nothing personal by 50% and awarding the bounty hunter a certain amount of credits for the kill. Dirty work, a melee attack that deals X amount of damage and creates 2 ammo units near the target. Nothing personal. A shot that deals X amount of damage, uses charges that accumulate over time. The guild sends its regards, attaches a sticky bomb to the target, it explodes in 8 seconds and dealing X amount of damage to the target and all enemies within 12 yards. The explosion will also apply contusion to the main target, increasing their chance of taking critical damage from the bounty hunter's abilities by 35% and from the other sticky bombs by 50% for 8 seconds. If the target is in combat, the bomb is detonated in 4 seconds. Especially dangerous, the bounty hunter's critical hits deals 50% more damage for 8 seconds, consumes all available rounds and extends the duration of the ability by 2 seconds per round. If the bounty hunter picks up rounds while under the effect of the ability, its duration extended by 2 seconds. Aegis of the Bounty Hunter creates a shield around the character that reduces incoming damage by 90% for 7 seconds, consumes all available energy cells and reduces the cooldown of the ability by 10 seconds per cell. No more games. The bounty hunter leaps into the air and throws grenades down at their enemies for 14 seconds, dealing X amount of damage. After that, they land in a selected spot, dealing X amount of damage and stunning enemies for 3 seconds. Consumes all available energy cells and reduces the cooldown of the ability by 10 seconds per cell. Ashes to Ashes deals fatal damage to the enemy, restores 30 points of energy and spawns 2 ammo units next to the target, available when the target has a small amount of health left. For now, PvP abilities works the same way as the PvE abilities, so let's move on to the talents. First one, incendiary rounds. If the bounty hunter is affected by the especially dangerous effect, Headhunter will deal 50% of damage taken by the main target to all enemies within 8 yards. Space optimization increases the number of grenades for no more games by 3. Superficiency. Aegis of the Bounty Hunter removes movement restricting effects and increasing speed by 30%. Coordinated attack. Companion's attack increases the bounty hunter's critical chance by 20% for 5 seconds. And Allerium 9 talent, Allerium Buckshot. Nothing personal and blind fire leave a wound on the target that deals an extra 10% damage for 4 seconds and has 20% chance to reduce the cooldown of especially dangerous by 5 seconds. Reflected Impulse. When you take damage while Aegis of Bounty Hunter is active, your critical chance is increased by 8% for 5 seconds. The effect stacks up to 4 times. High Capacity Munitions increases the number of picked up rounds and energy cells. Inevitability. Headhunter deals 20% more damage and using especially dangerous resets its cooldown. Every Headhunter attack has a 50% chance to apply an effect to the Bounty Hunter that increases the damage of the next next blind fire by 30% and makes it free. The effect stacks up to 4 times. So far, Bounty Hunter only have one new weapon which came out recently, and it's a Keira Fortune Hunter. When the Bounty Hunter uses attacking abilities, they have a chance to gain the Hotshot effect. The effect increases damage from Headhunter by 100% and instantly restores the ability after it's used. Alright, so Bounty Hunter. Like I was talking in my review video about this class definitely need a lot of work, reworks, changes, adjustments, and all of that. Simply because right now this class, even with the new weapon that came out, still not good enough for people to actually use it and play it. The only time you can use this class is when you're doing just your regular stuff like squad missions, directives, group missions when you go in God, maybe regions, but there's other classes who would do the better job and faster job than a bounty hunter. General idea of the class is pretty good. I like the abilities as well, how they work, what they do, or at least most of them. And when the Skyforge actually calls this class mid-range class, I would definitely disagree with this. I would basically gonna call this a melee class with just a shotgun weapon. The first reason why is the ability blind fire. Yes, you can use that ability from a distance. The effect of the ability itself, the smaller the distance to the target, the more damage they take, up to 50% bonus. So in order to utilize full potential of this ability, you have to stay up close to the enemy in order to get that up to 50% bonus. Combine that with the green class symbol, it's definitely gonna double that damage. And the next ability is the Dirty Work. It's a melee attack that deals X amount of damage, but also creates 2 ammo units near the target. This is the first thing I don't like about this class, it's those stupid ammo units. It either drops rounds when you use that ability, or if you're using the Ashes to Ashes, which is your finishing strike, or it drops energy cells. It could drop either both, could drop 2 rounds, or maybe 2 energy cells, or 1 of each. It's completely random, so you never know what you get. Of course, those ammo actually, rounds or energy cells, works for different abilities in a different way. For example, the especially dangerous ability, which is your buff, it will extend the duration of the ability by 2 seconds per round, so we can only stack up to 8 rounds total. Do the math on that. Then the Ages of the Bounty Hunter, which is your shield, those energy cells reduce the cooldown of the ability by 10 seconds per cell. So it's again 8 cells in total we can stack up, so it's 80 seconds off. And of course, the ultimate ability we're also using the energy cells, and it reducing the cooldown of the ability by 10 seconds as well. But the problem with those ammos that you never, first of all, you never know what you get. Second of all, sometimes during the combat, it's really hard to see it where they actually dropped, and you actually have to go and pick them up, and it's just really tedious. I think on that part, it just has to give you those rounds or energy cells right away from the time you use the ability. That would be the best option, not just for PvE, but also for PvP. Like I said in the beginning and in the review video, that this class needs a lot of rework, adjustments. So the weapon, that's the only weapon right now we have, and it's actually a pretty decent weapon, not gonna lie. I do like how it works, and I do like that it boosts that Headhunter ability, which basically the main ability for the Bounty Hunter in general. Yes, the Nothing Personal actually deals a decent damage as well, but because of the green symbol, which is inevitability, and now plus this weapon, the entire rotation goes around Headhunter ability. Don't get me wrong, but the Nothing Personal actually deals a decent damage just because of the effect from the Headhunter ability, increasing the damage of Nothing Personal by 50%. So that's basically why kind of Nothing Personal will come out after you use your Headhunter ability, of course. That way you will boost this ability to utilize as much damage as possible. Damage in general from certain abilities are still kind of not as where it's supposed to be, I think. Again, it's only my opinion. For example, blind fire ability is pretty decent right now. I don't think that you need to boost that anymore with all the adjustments that already been made, plus the green symbol. Basic attack, I don't think we need the damage from the basic attack. Would be still nice to have a little bit more damage from this ability, especially if you're using that ability when you don't have any energy and you're recovering that. The damage from the grenades itself are pretty decent, I would say, especially grenades after the first one, increasing chance to take in critical damage from Bounty Hunter by 35% and from other sticky bombs by 50%. Especially dangerous and as well as the shield abilities, those are kinda tricky just because they work with the ammo, so of course the cooldown of the abilities will be way higher. They utilize the ammo or energy cells to reduce that cooldown. The only thing it's gonna work better if the Dirty Work ability will have lower cooldown, not 20 seconds, maybe less, maybe 10 seconds. Just cut it in half. The reason why is because you want to get full stack of ammo, rounds or energy cells before you actually gonna use either shield, Ages of the Bounty Hunter, or especially dangerous, or even ultimate ability at that point as well. But that's the only way how it's gonna work. If your Dirty Work ability will reduce in half, so 10 seconds cooldown, so you can actually use it more often, and ammo, instead of dropping on the floor that you have to run around and pick it up, just goes straight to your effect bars and just apply it to yourself from the time you use the ability. Damage from the ultimate ability is still not good enough. Compare, because it's an ultimate ability, damage is not there for some reason. Anyway, class in general is a really good idea. I do like it. I do like the abilities, at least some of them, and how they works. Definitely my favorite is the Headhunter ability. Makes sense because it pumps like 4 shots really fast, which is really cool. I would definitely would like if they would make something like that on the basic attack. Not as high damage, but in a way that you have, for example, you have like 3 stacks on the basic attack, and you can actually pump those 3 stacks really fast and then reload. I definitely mentioned that in a review video, but I think that would definitely make class better in a way. But also, because of the basic attack has that effect that critical hits have 12% chance to reset cooldown of Dirty Work, and using the ability will stun the target for 4 seconds. That's basically talking about the Dirty Work, how it's gonna work if it procs for free. The problem with that, first of all, you need to do the critical hit in order to have 12% chance to proc that. Just because you shoot once and then reload, there is basically not enough speed to actually trigger that 12% chance faster. Even with the buffs, even when you use the Herida Wing on the character and you're using it, it's still not procs enough just because it's too slow for the basic attack. You just shoot, reload. You basically have like a 1 whole second of cooldown on the basic ability. If they would make that you will have maybe 2 stacks, I don't know, 3 stacks. 3 stacks would be, I think, optimal way to do it. Damage from this ability doesn't have to be too high. I think maybe you can stick it with what the damage it deals right now. It should be fine. Another thing that I don't really like, because of they make this class as a mid-range. On the other hand, like I said earlier, it's basically a melee class at this point because your weapon is damage bonus weapon. So you don't lose any damage if you are up close, 19 meters away, 15 meters away, 10 meters away, whatever the range it is, as long as you can shoot the boss or any enemy, you will have that damage bonus from the weapon. Would I recommend this class to unlock it at all for now? I would say hold on that. You know, save your Sparkle transformation for now. Let's just wait until they're gonna actually rework the class, readjust the abilities, how they work, what they do, you know, for both PvE and PvP. Some people may not agree with me. Some people, oh, I've been in distortion, I've been doing a decent damage. Good. Alright, but I think that would be all, guys, for this video. If you like this, please smash that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and activate notification that you're not gonna miss new video I post or when I'm going live. Also, if you have any more thoughts on this class, suggestions, stuff like that, please leave them in the comments down below. I will definitely appreciate that. You can follow me on Twitter, join my Discord server. All the links you can find in the description. Until the next time, take care.